Hey, y'all know how bad I am with the videos and their start times. I'm like, hold on. And this is sort of weird because now it's like we're on video call and y'all can see my freckles and everything. So I moved. This whole time I was teaching you guys the Saturn lesson. And I was getting a strange feeling like something about this I'm missing. My Saturn is in 4th. So I've been moving. I know I've shared this before, but there might be some new people. I've been moving since I was like 2, but it's because my Saturn's in 4th. So every time my contract isn't like fulfilled, I have to move, which is technically like every 2 years. So new space. But now I get to do videos in a different way because I lost my cord to my computer. But this is sort of giving me an idea because it feels more like a girlfriend chat, like I'm on webcam, like the way I call my kids when they're not home or the way I talk to my mom. So I feel a little bit more like intimate with this. And as I was getting into the process of doing this, somebody went live and it made me think, oh my goodness, are y'all trying to make me just like start talking to people and go live and stuff? But we cannot continuously work towards evolution and then fight what happens, right? Even if it comes up in a strange way. So I am just here really quick today because I have a lot of personals to do since it took a couple days to move, to do a new moon in Taurus message for you guys. I'm going to start with this empowering messages deck, but we shall see where I am led to after that. So what message? Y'all can see the way I shuffle. Don't look. No, I need to hide my hands because people are like, how does that work? Don't worry. It's magnetism. So what is the message that I am delivering to the collective for this new moon in Taurus? I feel like my eyes are supposed to be closed, but I definitely should not be like staring into the camera because then your ego kicks in like. So creativity. Enjoy some fun projects that make sense because the moon is in Taurus. Taurus rules the 5 senses. So anything that gets you like in your human, art, makeup, food, hookah, sex. It's Taurus. It's hedonism. So make time to play, explore, and creatively express yourself. Creativity is an essential ingredient for physical and emotional balance in life. And creativity is anything that is a product of your effort and time. I don't know, for some people, creativity is decorating their house. It might be something more simple like that. Cutting their kids' bangs. Like, don't limit yourself on what your creativity can be. If you can stand back after it's done and say, that is something you created or something you worked on. That's the energy you're looking for. So the next one, and this keeps coming up today, and I think it's because the energy is so intense because there is a North Node conjunct Saturn, conjunct Venus. So this means that the developer, which is the North Node, I always explain it like the North Node is if you were in a dark room, right? And you wanted to develop your picture, the North Node would be the thing that makes the picture come into like fruition so that you could see it separate from the blackness that it was before. So with the North Node next to Saturn, the controller of our contracts, and Venus, the controller of our finances, our creativity, there is a lot of energy coming in to development about what you need to do in your career and what you promised in your finances and all that stuff, right? So grounding is important because I like have wicked anxiety all day. Like I don't know what's up. Like I know clearly new stuff is happening, new better things, but it can feel like bzzz, especially because it's technically us downloading stuff through our crown. So after this will be like my 3rd video I did in a row. I'm going to actually take a nap and try to ground in some of this before I do some this evening. This is definitely intense, probably if you have some Taurus placements. Anything in the 2nd house or any planets at the 2nd, 14th, and 26th degree. So grounding. Get quiet. Stay present. Now is not the time for detachment. Get centered on your body's awareness. Doing so will help to create the stability that you desire. Look at my little Thumbelina curl. So, next, worth. You deserve goodness. You are worthy of love and blessings. It is your birthright. Regardless of your belief, grace, guidance, and gifts created just for you await your open heart. That made me immediately feel like treat yourself. But Taurus is kind of the sign of treat yourself. Like you deserve it just because you're God's child. And interestingly, higher ground. Higher ground and holy ground just stay with me now. Like, because A lot is going on out here in the world, right? So rise above the noise. Try not to take things personally. Sometimes we are just actors in other people's drama. Avoid getting sucked into the negativity. These are sort of blanket today, right? I guess. And that's wild because all the other collective messages that I do usually is like, this is pretty freaking specific. But today it's like, y'all, this is the same thing coming in for everybody. You need to ground as new energy is hitting in. Use that energy to create something good for you. Other people who are going to be triggered by this energy won't know what to do with it when they don't ground, so they'll be anxious, so they'll be taking a lot of their overwhelming energy that is coming up from their contract being called in or being triggered on you, which is where the higher ground comes in, because some people don't know what to do with their excess energy, and you become something they project upon. So you can be chilling in your bag and then suddenly like, oh no, where did all this come from? But they're dealing with their own stuff. So what does the collective need to know about this new moon in Taurus? I was about to say the goodies coming in with the new moon in Taurus, because that's what it feels like. It feels like smelling some rich cologne. Okay. It definitely felt like Macy's. Suddenly like the perfume section when you first walk in. I'm showing my age, aren't I? But when you first walk into Macy's and you smell like all the like rich, like old white woman, that whole poodle type perfumes. But promotion. And this is a money jar. Elevated earnings come hand in hand with heightened responsibilities. More money, more problems, or more you have to do for wanting to charge more. So advocate. You will find so much fulfillment in working for a cause that you truly believe in. I guess that does make sense for everybody. You'll want to show up to work every day, right? I love doing this. This is never tiresome for me. It's just a matter of spacing out how much it takes to do each reading, because it's all based upon how low I am going to pull somebody out of the dirt depending on their reading. I've had the last couple of days off doing like personal stuff, but that was actually physically draining as opposed to psychically. So it's all like, aren't we all constantly figuring out our humans? Which is why this next one, author, comes up. So your words will have a great impact on those who read them, but I also really, really felt like the rest is still unwritten. Take the pen in your hand, and this could be very literal, like you need to script some of what you want. Like your dreams could very literally be your dreams because of the card. Like write out your dreams because they're telling you about something that's coming up. And then there's the retreat, last but not least, and this probably has something to do with the grounding one. Sometimes taking a break is the best thing you can do to gain clarity and a fresh perspective. I was getting jammed up in here with one of my own channels, which is why today I'm going to stick on new moon in Taurus, because it seems like when I just ride one wave, I'm getting somewhere here. When I try to go different directions, and I learned this when I got stuck in a torrential field of love songs that I didn't know where that came from to this day. Still have not figured out where it came from, like for real. Yeah, no idea. But that jammed me up. And that person had to be like pretty powerful or pretty, like, I don't know. I'm just going to go with powerful. Like, there was nobody close to me because ain't nobody around here with me. So let me pull from one last deck to see what's popping. I guess it should be a love deck then, right? Is that appropriate? Y'all always want to know about love. Isn't it while we're here? I think so. Like, God was a they and divided itself so it can be two different things just so it can come back together and get jiggy with itself and then go back home. That's what I believe. So, what is the message for the collective this new moon in Taurus? I'm really weird about this now because I got to take a picture for the thumbnail. Tie-dye. Guess no more hiding, right? So, if somebody had a question, yes, luck is on your side. There's a ladybug. And I always steal it or claim that as my card because I'm a ladybug, my first tattoo. Yes, luck is on your side. Let go and make room for the new beginning that is on its way to you now. You're being guided into something that is about to be born or be given birth to. This is sort of a reaping season. Whatever you put in, you should be starting to see the budding of. I feel like full-blown, is harvest the end of summer or fall? I think that could be it. Is that what midsummer is? I started thinking about the movie. There's a different kind of reaping. So I got y'all a video in under 15 minutes with the message I was supposed to deliver. It'll trigger whoever it needed to trigger. For what y'all needed to know today. I feel like I'm done, but I'm not. No. I hate that because it's like a... I feel when I left out something. Okay, what is this message from the energy deck? Like, it called out to me. What is the message that I need to deliver on this camera right now that is still bothering me? It was like I still had a bullet in the gun, in the chamber, like it needed to come out. So, let's see. Jesus. White Jesus. Contracts. Woman holding heart. Man holding heart. Happy family. I heard like the Western, like Clint Eastwood music in my head, but that's like Showdown, right? So maybe divine couples are coming together, but I do see some anxiety here, but that could make sense too, because contract, Saturn, and Venus. So don't be anxious about leaving what you're leaving behind. Be patient with yourself. Be strong through the storm as you make your way through the door of romance. Do you want me to show you all those? Because I just started reading it off. Like, all right, here we go. So, let me start from the beginning. That was the rest of it. It was like, this is the whole story that I was about to leave in here. No wonder. So, dear healer of ages, you are budding into yourself. Healer of ages. You are not quite there yet, but you are working on it. And that's fine because you have a contract to complete these duties in a partnership with somebody else, right? Two people who will be very in love and have a happy family, right? Do not be anxious about what you're walking away from, what you're leaving behind. Particularly some endeavors that may have been more constraining for you. Relationships that may have been more restrictive, more financially based. Right? Be patient with yourself through this transition. Be strong. Because there are some storms that are going to come your way as you are trying to get through the door of romance. A lot of jealousy around you. But please, keep in mind, it is just jealousy. It is not a reflection of the actual situation. It's other people's feelings about what you should be doing and how it's not benefiting them. Things are coming into balance. You are being unbound. So, all right. Now I feel way better. You're being unbound. Oh, you're being unbound for a win. Just do the right thing. Spike.